Is anyone joining for now for the class? Okay, sir. Hmm. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, is there anyone? Yeah, hello.
Hey Lakshmi, this is Subbanaidu.
Hi. Okay, hi, this is Lakshmi and I'm teaching now UNIX demo. So where
Okay.
are you from and what is the background?
I'm from Bangalore. Currently, I'm working in SCL Technologies. I have around no, 4.5
Oh,
years of experience on database side.
okay,
Hmm.
okay. You have a touch with UNIX or basics?
Yeah, I have basic experience on UNIX.
Okay. So what do you want to learn actually? Or the UNIX commands, shell scriptings means from starting.
Self-scripting, anything like no, starting means like like I have basic knowledge like using a CD, LS, this
Mhm.
basic commands. So
Okay,
I wanted to learn from this AWK, SCD, somewhat
okay,
graphine, somewhat advanced
okay.
commands and cell scripting.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they told like another 4 members are joining, but I don't know what is the background means they need from starting or from they have the
Mm.
basic knowledge. So okay, let's
Starting, you
start
can
with
give like somewhat less knowledge, just you can cover within less time, and you can
yes,
continue on.
yes. Okay.
So anybody joined, or are we still waiting others to join?
Yeah, some Chandra means not you, right? She told like Chandra also joined, but let's start actually. It's already 8:10, right?
Yeah.
Mm, let's not wait.
What about yourself? You're like a trainer in that DurgaSoft, or what is?
Yeah. I'm a trainer in the DurgaSoft from 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So teaching this Unix and shell scripting.
Okay.
So like a Unix is nothing but an operating systems which will be operating on a hardware like a system,
Yes.
like the commands whatever we give. It's nothing but an operations. It's a
Mm-hmm.
communication between the software and a hardware,
Mm-hmm.
and so it will be able to run the programs and manage the resources like the servers. So how many, what are the if whatever the programs runs, it need to manage the resource like in hardware. So it manages the hardware resources and it communicates with other systems, nothing but servers. It communicates with other servers, means remote servers and all. And it is Unix computer is nothing but it is called for a multi-user and a multitasking. So single server can be logged in with the multi-users. So and multitasking is nothing but at a time we can run multiple tasks in a Unix operating systems. So
Mm-hmm.
one user like say S can run one job, means one shell script, and K, let us say user K can run one command. So at a time it can handle multitasking and multi-users. Uh, that's for like say facilities it can give.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have any doubt, let me stop and give you clarity. Okay.
Sure, sure. Good.
Okay. So you know how to start the terminal and all, right? You know the putty or whatever what which is you are using.
Put you on.
Putty only, right? So
Mm-hmm.
these are for the initials like telnet and all. So you know
Mm-hmm.
how to start the server and all, right? So you have the
Yeah.
login credentials. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is nothing but an username. DAG is nothing but username and Hyperion is a system name, server name. Look,
So.
that server name, and this is called a prompt.
Mm-hmm.
So Unix is like operating systems and it has a shell inside it to communicate with the hardware. So depending on the shell operating shells, prompt will be different. So some will give hash and
Mm-hmm.
some will give like a dollar symbol.
Even that we can override it, I think, right? While configuration and all. That
Yeah, we
work.
can. Yes. So if you want to exit the Unix command or something, so we can simply give exit, and so the program gets Unix terminal gets exited. So this
Will
just a
exit
basic
from that server or session?
from a
Exit from.
session actually. Yeah, session.
Mhm.
So these are the prompt and Unix command. So after there will be no space and all the commands will be like a continuous only. So there will
Mm.
be no spaces in the command. And we know that it is a case sensitive, right? Small letters and the capitals are
Yeah.
case sensitive. So it will take in a different
Mm.
way. Okay. All these CP commands and all these are like nothing but some scripting, like shell scripting. It's already inbuilt. Okay. Whenever we are
Mm.
typing a command like a cat or a CP, it is invoking that program. Okay, it is invoking that program and giving the arguments, whatever the file 1 and file 2 we give. So these are nothing but the arguments like to that shell script, CP shell script. So it is invoking that program and it is giving wherever the files are CP or something cat. And understood?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And this is like for shell starting. This we have a shells like a C shell, bond shell, and a K shell. Some other shells, bash shell, and all are there. And we know the man command, right? Well, nothing but to get the help from the command. So we know we need to know many options. We need to know how it works. So we can type just man and a space command name. So it gives the command properties and all how we need to
Mm.
work. I guess. So when we type the command like a man space ls, so
Mm.
it
Yes.
gives name, ls list of the directory contents and all the options it can handle. -a,
Mm.
-a, b and -b. And it depends on the Unix, whatever we have installed or the shell, whatever it
Mm.
is present in the Unix. So options may be differing actually. So some shell scripts will handle only some of the options, not all the options it can handle. So depending upon
Mm.
our installation with the Unix and the servers, the shell scripts we have. And we can type a Q for exiting
Mm.
command. And we know cat is nothing but a displaying of the contents of a file. Okay, cat space file name. We can enter and we can see the contents on the screen. And
Mm.
you can use the control D for for closing that commands and all if any command is pressed. So this is nothing but a program 1.c is nothing but a program. It's already present in a file. So we want to see the contents of the file. So we have written the cat command, cat space program 1.c. So it displays the contents of the file on the screen. Okay, it is
Mm.
not editable, I guess.
Mm.
Right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it's for a fresher or something. So it's a demo class. So I thought all the
Mm.
basic commands will be fresh. So in some Unixes, actually see if we write we want to see all the commands that are present for the Unix or a shell script. So you can type the C and press the tab button. You
Mm.
will get it will get use the result as all the commands case, cat, cd, all what a clear, cmp, compare, and command compare. This is
Is
also for
the C
comparing
language
only.
commands or what?
These are all the
These are C
commands.
language. C language commands or normal Unix
No,
commands.
normal Unix only. Com
Okay.
command is Unix only. CP also
Mm.
Unix. All on
Yeah.
cron tab is Unix. Yeah, split.
Mm.
This is nothing but a split of a file or something.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
So C space tab, huh? C tab.
C tab.
Mm.
CA or CA tab something you can give.
Mm.
In some Unixes it gets work because it depends on the installations and the shells we have.
Mm.
In everything it is not working, I guess.
Mm.
You have a system ready with you to go practice, no?
Yeah, like in a project I have company. Locally
Okay,
I don't.
okay, okay. So in Unix, everything is nothing but a file system based. So whatever we write, those are all files, and all files in a single folder. You can keep, those are called directories, and directory is nothing but like a folder, and all the files are nothing but like papers in a folder. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
So initially, Unix will have a root directory. From those root directory, we can create some directories and files starting from root inside that root.
Hmm.
So when it gets installed, so it will have a root directory, just root directory. Inside the
Okay.
root directory, we can have more directories and file systems.
Okay.
Okay. So each file directory has a name. We can have a name, and so let us say it is a Joe file. Okay.
Yes.
And home slash Larry slash Joe. The full name is usually called the path. So this, if we want to refer to Joe, so we'll
Hmm.
give the path as inside the home it is a Larry, and inside the Larry there is a Joe. So it is the path or nothing but an address. Let us say it is an address of our home. So we'll give some street, some lane, something like that. So it is like a address, like a path of that file.
Yes.
And yeah, the first slash is nothing but a root. It represents the root. So initial slash indicates the root directory. This signifies the directory called home. It is inside the root directory.
Hmm.
Understood, right?
Yes.
And next slash, second slash corresponds to the directory Larry, which is inside the home. Just next
Hmm.
to directory, inside the home directory. And Joe is inside the Larry. So we keep a slash for directory separations.
Hmm.
Okay.
So when we install Unix server, by default, some directories will be
Root will
created.
be some done.
Only
Home directory, root directory, yes.
like this bin home,
Yeah,
this
bin,
kind of
etc.
directories will be created, or we need to.
created.
Mhm.
Bin and all will be created actually, because all
Mhm.
the some system scripts will be there, right? All
Yes.
etc path, or home path,
Mm.
some folders will be
TMP.
created actually. Yes,
This
yes.
and all created, TMP and
Which one?
TMP, temp directory,
Temp
TMP.
directory, yes, yes. Those will be created. Yes.
And those names we can give whatever names we wanted, or by default names also will be created. That will for those directories.
Generally, we will not change those temp directory names because it's a standard, right? Anything we want to shift to that temp directory or something, we can give that path. So when the script
Mm.
is running, it looks into
Mm.
some command, means initially to run the script, shell scripts. So it takes the which shell we need to run. So all these
Mm.
commands, it will invoke some shell, right? So
Mm.
internally some commands or a script will be running to execute our script. So all those
Mm.
commands and the results will be passed to the temp directory, some file names. Like internally it will
Mm.
send to the temp directory all the
Mm.
internal commands, whatever the system is running, right? So,
Mm.
so we'll generally will not change, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. So generally the structure will be like this, the tree structure, like it's a root directory. Inside the root directory we have different directories, and we have a home directory. So inside the home directory is
Mm.
some subdirectories and Larry. So inside the Larry we have different files.
Mm.
This is directory structure. And this is nothing but an ls command. So ls shows the list of the command, list of the files or the directories in the present working directory. You know PWD, right? Present
Mm.
working directory. Yeah, that's it. So wherever we go, we can type a PWD. So it gives the path which where we are there, and we can from there we can have an ls. So it gives files or the directories inside the direct or path, whichever path we are present.
We can presently we are in a home directory, and from home directory can we display list of files from present in that Larry directory?
List of files in Larry directory. We can display, I guess, ls space path we can give.
Right.
Mm, yes, I guess. Yes. If you want the list of files for more active directory, try the root directory. So ls what is wherever we are, we can type ls space a slash. That slash is nothing but a root directory we have learned in the previous slide, right? So it displays the files, all the files or the directories that are present under the root directory. Yes, we can. Okay,
Mm.
understood?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. This ls hyphen f is nothing but it gives like an option displays the file types. So means it is a text file or a C file or .c file or a .sh file, shell script, or it will use the extensions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm. An option is a special kind of parameter that starts with the hyphen. Uh, just whatever the option it contains, it need to be started with an hyphen and the option name. So ls space hyphen option name we need to write if a command is having any options and all. That's what it's saying. Anything with the slash is a directory. lsfnl is a long list of the file we are starting with. So starting file and next it can be like any program, any name. Like star is nothing but any. After that many characters can be there in a directory, present working directory. First starting will be with the file names, all file names will be displayed with the file starting. You understood, I guess. Otherwise all file
Mm.
names will be with sh. Okay. Wherever we are there,
Mm.
it shows all the files starting with sh files. Okay.
Yeah.
And after that any number of characters it can have. That's it. Sure. Start. LSFNL it displays all the details like uh, whatever the permissions it has and what who created this owner and size of the file and when it was created, date and time, and the file names and everything it will
What is that
display.
second one? Like first one is the type of the file. Next like permissions. After that one is there, right? That
One is like files inside. Now before this one directory is there, right? So that displays this. They have an option. We are generally one character after this dash and have a parameters. So it's just for an ls command for options. Require certain parameters and our options. You have to learn this. Oh, sorry. This is nothing but commands, and this is a password command which we can through which we can change our password to the server
mm-hmm.
terminal. Like this it will display if we say that the password, changing password for dial and old password, new password, type the new password and just enter. The new password will be saved. And this is a PWD present working directory. Tells your current directory. Most command act by default on the current directory. Uh, this is the present working directory, you know, right? Yeah.
Mm.
And this is the CD directory, nothing but a changing the directories. If you want to move from one directory to another directory, we need to type this command like a cd and the new directory wherever we want to go. Space cd single space and a new directory. New directory is maybe like a present in same folder like 1 minute. I'll show. CD presently we are with PWD. We have typed the PWD and it will show like some where at something. It showed like
That's fine.
this. You know, right?
Yeah, I understand.
CD. If you want to go to this, if and fan is not there in the pat directory, it will show we can't. It is not found. So we need to go try where is this. So if the fan is not present in the pad directory, so it shows it is not found, directory not found like that. So, and if you want to go to the home directory, so we can type like a cd/home. If you uh, this you know right, dot is nothing but a present directory. If you want to change any files within the current directory, you can go. And dot is nothing but a previous parent directory. Cd dot you can type and we can go to local like this. If we are present in a bin and we type it cd dot and we directory move to before the parent directory. And this is mkdir for making the directories. You want to make a directory and keep some files inside the directory, and so it gives the mkdir command for making the directory. So RMDR is nothing but for removing the directory. If you want to delete the directory, you can type this RMDIR. Uh, and if its directory is not there, it will refuse just directory that has nothing in it. So primary commands for manipulating files under Unix are a CP, MV and RM. You know CP command also, right? Copying the files and moving the files. Yeah, copying the files will keep the existing file also. Moving the files will not keep the existing file name. It will overwrite the file name. You know this one, right? Okay. And we can give path also if you want to copy from one path to another path. Okay. RM is nothing but for removing the file we need to give the RM command. For removing the directory we need to RMDIR. And MV is for moving the file from one to another, file 1 to file 2. So it will rename the file name, just like a rename. MV is nothing but just like rename. Looks like CP except that it deletes the original file after copying it. So once it is copied, it will delete the existing file name. It will be stored as a new file name. That's it. The contents will be same, the file names will
Directory
be
name, how we can rename for directory?
directory also we can rename like move only. MV space directory name, old directory name and space new directory name. So the commands like other commands are like a sort command, grep commands and a more command. Cat WC is for calculating the lines in the file, and spell is for spell checking. It's spell checking, and the diff is for finding the difference of two files. If what is the difference between a one file and a second file. So which line it is, so it gives like some arrow marks. So present in one file and the next file. And a head file, it want to takes top of the top lines of the file. It will head this command is used, and tail command is used for getting the last lines of the file. Have you used these commands? Sort, grep, more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
More, cat, WC. So you know all this, right?
Mm.
Okay.
Spell, what is that?
Spell is like checking the spelling.
Mm-hmm.
So in later classes we'll know how to write this command. And options like in grep we have in grep we have many cases like grep hyphen v, grep hyphen p, like we have a lot of options. So some are useful. So we'll teach those also with options. Sorting, sorting some large files, and using that com command, how to use that com command for comparing those large files after
Mm.
sorting. And diff also we have vim diff, normal diff, and so many options are there. So we'll teach these options along with these commands.
Mm.
Okay, commands, and this touch command, chmod and du are the some other commands. So touch is nothing but for creating a file or a file with the 0 bytes with the empty file. Change mode, ch mode is nothing but a change mode. If we want to give any permissions to the file, we want to remove from file permissions. So we want to
What is
go,
touch means?
touch means for creating an empty file. Touch
Mm.
space file name we have written any like a pat command or a something file name. It creates the file, but the nothing will be there, just like an empty file. It will be created.
All are like that only, right? When we use VA or cat, first time it will be empty only, right? Then we can
Yeah.
write it.
VI means it opens the edit. We can edit the file. VI
Mm.
file name, it will we can edit. Touch file name we can't edit. Just it creates in a directory. That's it. Touch file name. That's it.
Mm-hmm. For what reason will use that? Is just like
What
empty file.
like empty files if we are use of changing timestamps and all.
Mm-hmm.
If you create a file name, it gives the timestamp, right? If you want to manipulate any that file name to another file name, it gives timestamp will be different, right? So we want to
Mm.
show another change the timestamps and all. And if any job is running and it want to delete some previous existing file, so just we need to type that pre-existingly we create a 0 byte file, so that when the job runs it deletes the old file and creates the new file like that in a real practical way.
Mm.
So you use batch jobs or anything you use in your projects and all?
Yeah, batch like we have auto sys to schedule the jobs and
Okay. And UNDF are nothing but disk usages commands.
mm.
And okay, each file has 3 dates associated with it. There's certain creation time, last modified time, and last access time. And the owner of the file, group of the file, and permissions. So these all we'll know in next class about timestamps, of file change mode, and all.
Mm.
So when the directory is created, it shows initially it will be given D for directory making the directory. File it is a file, the D will be not be displayed. So to make a difference. Okay. So you know this permissions. Or sorry, I forgot your name.
Mm, Subbu. Yeah, I know that. Mm.
Okay. Read write permissions and execute access nothing but execute permission. W is nothing but a write permission, R is nothing but a read permission. So first will be like a owner permission, and next is for group permissions. If you want to give any groups, you want to execute and read, not but a write permission they have for this file. So others we have execute file, so they can't read or write. And this touch will update the timestamps of the file listed on the command line to the current time. Touch if file does not exist, it will create one file. Okay. If a file is already existing, it will change the current timestamp for touch with using touch command. Okay, and this is for ch mode. And we have 4 for read and 2 for write and 1 for execute. So you can note like 754. For group, for a owner, it is 7. All the commands, read, write, execute permission. And for groups, so it is a 4, means read and execute. And for 4, it is nothing but for others, it is a read only permission for a file 1. So you can change the permissions of a file. So you can see here 4 plus 1, read and execute permission, read, execute and read. Okay. DU is nothing but a disk usage command. So it counts the number of disk mounted on the directories, subdirectories. DU space. Actually, single command also you can type DU enter. You can type. So it gives the present directory and subdirectories sizes. So how much size it is being occupied. Okay. DF also give.
What's the difference between DU and DF?
DF and DU is like almost similar. DF will give like will give in a kilobytes, megabytes like this. You can have we have options for this DF. Yes, in next class we'll see these all options for commands. Okay, we can get in this size in a KBs and GBs and all those. This who is nothing but a who. What is the user? Who is the user that is being logged in currently working? So who is that one? Who is which? Next is a time command. It is not been used like a daily purpose. It gives the current time and the load average. This loading the average we'll discuss in next class. And time command is like for giving the timestamp of the server. Date command, time command will give the timestamps of the current server. And cat command we already discussed. So this cat has an option like -NA. If you want to see first 10 lines are like in a file, you need to give this number cat space hyphen 10 lines from A is a control character, some characters in which lines, all the lines wherever A is there in a file, it will display those lines. Understood, right? First you can have like this cat hyphen 10. We want to show the A character first 10 lines in a file 1. So it gives the all file 10 lines starting with A, whichever is having A character. And it is like a more command is like a it's a incremental file, you can say. So we want to have a file, if you open a file, want to see the file in a running process. Then we can type like more file name. So we can start the file with the specific file name, file number. So the file is huge and we want to check the file contents. So it will be like a more hyphen L, that is a line number. So we want to go to that line number in a file, then the more hyphen L will be useful.
Mm-hmm.
Getting right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So head hyphen 15 is nothing but the starting 15 lines in a file it will display. Head. Head is nothing but top of the file. So it gives the number of lines like a 15. You can give any what number of files, number of lines in a file. Similarly, tail will give the down part of the file. So we can give the number of lines we need. Similarly, as a head, tail hyphen, some 5-10 lines in a file. Otherwise, we can write like a file name, command prompt, mm, file 1, tail. Also, we give the last lines of the file. So pipe is nothing but the pipe command.
Yeah.
Okay, it gives the input from one command to the another command.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. Mm. So grep is nothing but a generalized regular expression parser. If we want to search for any particular expression in a file, so the grep is used like just nothing but a search button in Windows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So search grep hyphen v is nothing but it gives the um, case sensitive like a pattern or that is not present in a file. Hyphen v is nothing but a pattern which is not present. So you want, if a line is having 1 minute, I'll type here. So we have a line like this is a classroom. So we have given a command like grep hyphen uh, v is file name like a file one. So it will not show this line, which is we are typing like whichever the line that is not containing is will be displayed in a file on the screen. Okay. So this is a small letter grep. That is a hyphen v. You need more examples or explaining like this is you are able to understand.
Yeah,
Like so
able
you
to
need any
understand.
able to understand. Okay. This other options like n and x will get from other examples in the next class. So hyphen v is for not having that expression in a file. It shows all the lines which are not
Mm-hmm.
present with that expression. Okay. And so WC is nothing but counting the lines. So it simply count the number of words it can count and lines it can count and the characters it can count. So similarly it is like C is for characters, L is for lines and W is for words. Okay.
Yes.
The spell is a very simple Unix command that usual for American spell is a filter like most of the other programs we have to spell file name. Actually I'll get the example for this next class. It is not most used, but I'll get the example for this. And this is a CMP is nothing but a comparison of two files. The first must be listed on the command line. The second is either listed or the second parameter Z in the from the standard input. So it compares and where the two files first differ. It gives it tells you where is the difference between the two files. It shows in a command prompt.
Diff
It
also
gives a
doing something.
diff also will do the same, and
Mm.
diff will be like for SAS large files, and the file size may be differing from one command to another. So com command also will do the same, like it finds the differences. Okay, but a com command will be used for large some huge files. So
Mm.
like that, it will be used. One of the most is a diff and is a both will be similar like a diff and a com command, but it will be like a for huge files. Huge files. Diff is for huge files.
Mm.
Okay, and we have a zipping the files, gzip and a gunzip and a jetcat. Compression of the files, compression and decompression. Gunzip is for decompression, gzip is for compressing. Okay,
Mm.
and this tr is nothing but translate the characters. It replaces the occurrence of a string 1 with a string 2. Okay. So this is the class for today, and I'll get some information on the example for this string 1 and string 2 just to replace as I get tr.
Mm.
So at a time it will replace all occurrence of the string 1 in the input string 2. So okay, I'll get the example for this one. Okay. So you need more information on how is the class like?
Yeah, like what's timings and what is that? And,
No. Actually, next class, tomorrow class is also at 8 to 9 on 9 only
mm.
mornings.
Okay.
I'm asking like you need more information or you what how is the class like? I mean, sir, you need any practical.
Like in few comments, I want more information. Like I suggest not like
Okay.
a
What are the
description what is
comment?
it. Like
Can you
sort
please which comment?
and
Sort.
sort
Okay.
command,
Okay.
DU, DF, and comparison, CMP,
CMP. Okay. Diff
and
and all
grep.
you know. Okay.
Yeah, grep.
Okay. Yeah, those will be next classes. So, like this is a demo class, so I thought it will be
Yeah,
just. I
that's
don't
what
know
I
whether
thought.
freshers are coming or not. Yeah, I don't
Mm,
know. They told like for competitive exams they are coming, so I prepared just the
mm,
basics. So
yeah,
we'll get to know with the options and all. I'll give the practical
yes,
examples.
yes.
You can elaborate with the
And
options and
if you can say that putty so that I can practice in my local system. That
you want
putty
me to
is
set up in your system.
yeah.
Put it.
Mm.
You have the server?
Server I don't have.
No, in
Yeah.
your office. You'll be
That
having the
is like
server and you can practice in the same
virtual
server,
machine.
right?
That is virtual machine actually that we can connect here.
Virtual machine.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, you can download the putty directly from the Google. So if
Mm.
in that you can give the server name, like your server name you can give actually,
Mm-hmm.
and user name, and you can try in putty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, I'll see if in the next class if it is possible I'll install it. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Okay.
So tomorrow, what you will cover?
What I'll cover? They were asking for more comments, right? Comments
Yeah.
like a sort, grep. You can get more practical discussion with the options like a sort, grep,
Mm.
and diff
Mm.
comparison. Okay.
And DU, DF.
Yeah, yeah. Those these five comments I'll cover.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give me your number? Like if the timings are changed or if
Yeah.
class is there,
Seven
I
four.
can 1 minute.
Mm.
Yeah, 1 minute. 74
Double one.
74 double one
Three double one.
311
898.
898. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, Lakshmi. Thanks.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Thanks.
Tomorrow also at same timings 8 to 9.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Mm.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, Subbu.
Thanks. Bye.